Hello, and here playing Farming Simulator 22, and welcome back to the 36X Spring Creek map. Since last episode, we're pretty much picking up where we left off here. We're continuing on with the oat harvest here. Finished up field 387 here, at least Courseplay finished that field. That one with at least a little bit of help for me anyway. And then moved on to the next field here, 388. This field's just a little bit bigger than 387, probably by about, I don't know, maybe twice the size or something like that. So this field will probably take a little bit longer here. You can see we already got the headland passes done, and Courseplay is working on going up and down the field here now at this point. I don't think we have a whole lot of oats off the field here so far. Grain cart has, yeah, about 400 bushel in it, and then the truck has about 2,000 bushel in it, so there's a fair amount in the truck here then, but yeah. Just getting started on this field here for the most part of it. Speaking of the last field, by the way, field 387 here, and again, I got to mention, yes, I am saying those numbers correctly. Field 387. I mean, like, oh my goodness. 387 fields on this map. Well, actually, there's more than 387. But, yeah, the field number goes up, past field 387. I like just absolutely ridiculous. And it's not like this map is full of small fields either, so... But anyway, field 387, that one ended up with about, I think it was a truckload and a half of oats from this field. Again, I just straight up sold them. We didn't bother hanging on to them. We do have some storage on the farm there, but so far for this series of them, I have been just straight up selling. I know you folks in the comments have mentioned a couple of times, better off putting up a bin site and then waiting and selling. You're probably true on that one, but as much crop as we have coming in, everyone, I'm not too concerned about the money situation here. He says as he looks at his $4 million loans there. I mean, oh well, anyway, minor details, right? It's like the grain cart's going on load here again. Anyway, we're going to head back to the field we were working on here, field 385. I got Courseplay started on this field here. Courseplay made a whole lot of no progress, shall we say. Yeah, Courseplay, I don't know. Courseplay was being derpy over here or something. It just, yeah. I got Courseplay started on it, went off to dinner, everyone came back, and Courseplay did a whole lot of nothing. Like, well then, okay. Forget where he got stuck again. He was stuck. I don't know, I think he was stuck on the headland yet or something. Yeah, like I said, Courseplay did not make it very far before it quit on me, so had to get him going again. So that's why there's not a whole lot done on this field. Otherwise, having this field probably would have been done here last episode if Courseplay would have... not been a little bit on the derpy side there, but oh well. And we'll get the grain cart unloaded here, get the combine unloaded, get the combine fired back up here again. Probably just leave it for a Courseplay here, I guess, maybe. I don't know, we'll see what else we want to take back over here. Suppose we could. Courseplay is harvesting at kind of a funky angle there, though. Not an angle I'd probably want to follow. I'd probably set that back up for a straight line there. Got the T9 645, I'm sorry, T9 645 on this particular grain cart here, by the way. Again, when it comes to the grain carts, I'm trying to use the narrower tractors here on these grain carts. Even with the smaller headers on these combines here, yes, that's right. Now that I remember it, now that I'm thinking about it, that was the issue we had with this field. I could not get Courseplay to unload the combine going around the headlands. Again, it's probably just an issue there with the clearance of the header and the grain cart and tractor and everything going. But Courseplay was not happy about that. So as soon as the combine filled up there, everything just, came to an abrupt halt here on this field. Like I said, Courseplay did not want to unload on the headlands there. Probably just, on the headlands, I'm going around the turns and stuff like that. The grain cart and tractor ends up being a little bit closer than Courseplay wants to be, and then Courseplay is just like, nope, I'm done. Fortunately, the pipe on these combines is a little bit too short here, apparently. At least for Courseplay's liking, anyway. And this is all the oats we've gotten off the field here so far. What you see in the truck there with what we had in the grain cart. That is everything off this field. So, be surprised if we even fill the truck up by the time we're done with this field here. And you know what? Seeing as how I don't think there's anything else for us to do here at the moment. Might as well take over for course play on the combine here. We'll start running the combine myself, and then we will straighten this out. But I'm going to run straight rows here. Not going to run the funny diagonal rows like what course play is running. Let's see. Let's actually maybe just go back to this right here. Guess we can put the pipe away here at this point. Okay, GPS, you're up, and we want a, let's see, this is a 90-degree course, I do believe. Auto with that. Gotta say again, I'm on GPS mod. If you're not using it, like, well, you must be a console user. And that's the only thing I can say with that one. I'm like, if you're not using the GPS mod, you must be a console user. Again, unfortunately, Evan, GPS mod is a mod that's not available for the consoles. Yeah. Kind of unfortunate. Again, as we discussed there last time, everyone, why it's not built into the game at this point, I don't understand, everyone, but I don't know. We'll see once. Maybe the next version of Farming Simulator, everyone, maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe Giants will finally build GPS into the game. Not sure when the next version of Farming Simulator will be. We'll have to see once, everyone. Farming Sim 2025? I don't know. Seems like, just from the rumors I've heard, a lot of people are saying there will not be a new version of Farming Simulator this year, just because everyone seems to think Giants would have announced it by now. Possible, I don't know. Hard to say, Evan. Hard to say, right? At least, if you ask me, Evan, there is still definitely a chance yet. We're only... what is this, the month of April here, right? And I've been around the Farming Simulator, franchise long enough. At least in the past, Giants usually did not announce their new version of Farming Simulator. I think it was till like June or something like that, at least from what I remember. So, we still have a couple of months for Giants to potentially announce a new Farming Simulator if they're going to do one this year. Or, technically nothing wrong with this game yet, right? Maybe they'll keep going with this game for at least another year. At least for my part of it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that if they go that route. With that being said, I don't believe Giants has announced any, big DLCs for this year, have they? That might be kind of your indicator right there, if you ask me. Like, if Giants isn't announcing any big DLCs, then what are they working on, right? If they're not working on DLCs, must be working on a game then. Nope. Thought I heard that thing beep there. Turn that GPS back on. And that must be an autosave happening. Yep, there's your autosave. At least for PC users watching here. Another great mod I definitely recommend getting there. One is the autosave mod. As far as I know, you can change the settings of how often it autosaves. I've got mine set to every 15 minutes. So, typically, twice an episode of it'll autosave. Suppose you could maybe back that down to every 30 minutes or something like that, or hour. I'm not even sure what all the available options are for that. But 15 minutes seems like a good setting if you ask me. If something were to happen in the game, you could potentially at most lose 15 minutes worth of work, at least if you're using the autosave mod. Keep in mind, if you're not using the autosave mod, Giants in their infinite wisdom made it so that the autosave only works if you go to the game menu. So yeah, I think there's enough said about that one already. Going back to the GPS discussion, though, seeing how we are running GPS here, I have to wonder if one of the reasons we don't see GPS in the game, is because GPS is not commonly used in Europe. Just a theory on my part here, everyone. And the reason I say that, of all the European farmers I watch, and again, I know we've discussed this before, I don't watch a lot of European farmers, just, kind of a language barrier there for the most part, right? But of the handful I have watched, I mean, I have not seen a single one that actually uses GPS. So, I don't know, maybe does that have something to do with the reason we don't have GPS in the game? Could very well be. Anyway, once we're done harvesting the oats, we'll probably skip some more time here. I don't know, when is the wheat going to be ready here? If we check our calendar, wheat will be ready to harvest in either September or October. Also, or no, I'm sorry, wheat, July or August. Actually, no, so probably August. I mean, it's not ready yet, so it should be ready in the month of August here. Before I forget, too, I would like to plant some canola this year. I keep forgetting to plant that all the previous years of it. Usually I end up skipping too much time and like, oh, well, I guess we're not going to be planting canola this year, are we? So I'd like to really try to remember to do that here this time around. So I got to remember, once we're done harvesting the wheat, or maybe even while we're harvesting the wheat, I'd like to get some canola planted. Not entirely sure what fields yet. We'll have to figure that out, but should probably really turn off the straw windrows here on these combines with courseplay. Like, I have no interest at all in baling this straw one. Could you make some extra money from it? Absolutely, Evan. Are we going to? Absolutely not. Oh, I gotta say, there's still something fun about harvesting, right, Evan? As I've said many, many times before, still one of my favorite activities in the game here. You put in all the work of planting and spraying and cultivating and, whatever else needs to be done in the field, right? And then all comes down to this. And if you did everything right, you should end up with a really good yield as well. Though in this case, Evan, we did end up with weeds on the field, so our yield is definitely taken a hit by probably about 10% or so. It varies a little bit, but at least in the area where there are weeds, Evan, looks like it took a good 10% or so hit on our top end yield there. Which, I mean, that's quite a bit if you think about it, Evan, like 10%. And it's not like we let the weeds grow either. I mean, like, we hit those weeds as soon as they came up. I don't remember exactly when we planted this field, but it was the next month we were out here spraying. So, the weeds didn't exactly get a chance to grow at all. We sprayed them, we killed them. But even with the weeds here, it still takes down your percentage on yield yet. Oh, looks like maybe one or two more long rows here. And then we'll be getting to the shorter section of the field. Hopefully we can finish this up this episode. I would think we could here. Got just a little bit there. We'll probably go the long ways on this section here. I know Courseplay with its Courseplay course was going to go across it the short way there, but that does not look particularly efficient in my opinion. So we'll probably, I don't know if we'll use GPS or not for that. Maybe we'll just freehand it. Not a whole lot up there, just a little probably back and forth, and we should have that section of the field done here. As I said last episode, I've straightened out most of these fields, Evan, so that the shapes aren't quite as weird as they used to be, but we haven't done anything with this field. This field is still the original shape. And with it being a small enough field, it doesn't usually take more than a couple seconds for Courseplay to generate a course for it, so it's not terrible like some of the other fields were. We are almost full. The truck is right there. Might as well just unload it into the truck, right? Yep, and we are full. I guess the grain cart isn't too far away either. Yeah, I think we'll just go to the truck. I mean, it's right there. Also, I was just looking down at our yield here. But according to the yield here, we got 411 bushels in the grain tank at the moment, right? then we're yielding 161 bushels per 161.9. So actually 162, we'll call it 162 bushels an acre. Wow, seems a little high. That seems like a really good yield for oats. Oh, how's it looking over on the other field here? Everything's still looking good. Yep, combine's still rolling yet. Kind of want to come over here and check every so often, make sure course play is still working over there yet, right? Just like what happened on 385 here. Like I said again, if I would have caught that early, I probably would have had that field done here, and we've been doing something else this episode. But oh well. Didn't realize till after dinner that course play was slacking off over here. Anyway, just a reminder, Evan, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. And, of course, if you like the video, Evan, well, hopefully you know what to do. That little thumbs up symbol there, don't forget to click on that. Also, like I said before, very much appreciated. And if you'd like to join us in on the multiplayer servers, you can find that information down below in the description there. Again, we are currently playing on No Creek Farms. And we are playing on the row crop ready version of that map. Though with that being said, for those of you seen the live streams there last week on that, looks like our row crop part might not be working. I don't know if we're doing something wrong or what happened, but the row crop part of the map, or at least what we planted anyway, seems to be broken. So, I don't know, might have some troubleshooting involved to figure out what we did wrong or what is wrong. Again, like I said, we are playing on the No Creek Row Crop Ready edition. And then we have several row crop planters to choose from there. At least for the plant this time around, we were using one of the John Deere Row Crop Ready planters. Maybe for our next planter, maybe we'll have to see what's about using a different planter or something, because, like I said, don't know what we did wrong of them, but it does not appear that the row crop portion of, the row crop is working. Oh, looks like we're probably going to end up with more than just the one row here, aren't we? End up with probably one more full row, and then maybe a pass of shame. Pass a shame, of course. That one is, at least in corn, you have like one row left, right? Of course, the row of shame, that's if you're a pessimist, right? Now, if you're an optimistic person, Evan, got your glass half full versus half empty type. If your glass is half full, maybe you'll refer to that as the bonus row. Get your bonus row there. Bonus to the any of my viewers that can point out which YouTube farmer that actually comes from. As I said before, a lot of farmers like to call it the row of shame, but I do believe, is there one? Maybe there's more than one, but I have for sure heard of one farmer that has referred to that as the bonus row. I don't know about you folks. I think the row of shame is probably the more correct name for it, to be honest, everyone. Because depending on what planter you're using in your combine head, everyone, you probably won't actually have any bonus rows. Your combine head and your planter will probably match, or at least some multiple thereof. So you shouldn't end up with like one row left over unless you did something wrong. So that's again why I think row of shame is probably the more appropriate name, Evan. It means you probably did something wrong counting somewhere, or got something, you didn't do something right somewhere, right? So row of shame, probably the better name. But then again, it is nicer thinking about it as a bonus row, right? Bonus. Anyway, let's see if we can head over to the comment section in a moment, see what you folks had to say here for last episode. As a reminder, always enjoy reading all you folks' comments, so if you got something to say, be sure to throw it down below. Oh, and before I forget here as well, don't forget, if you'd like to join us in on the multiplayer servers, information again down below. And if you'd like to catch the multiplayer server content, and maybe you don't want to join, you just want to see what's going on, you can find that over on Twitch. RDAllen on Twitch. Again, link is down below. You can always just follow and or subscribe over there, and you should get notified when and if we go live. Okay, starting off with the first comment here. Oh, and this well-timed comment there, Mason. Well-timed. So first comment from Mason Farms. He was saying, don't forget to plant some canola in August or September. Like I said, well-timed comment. We were just talking about that here a few moments ago, right? It says, I am enjoying the series, but I want to see you do something crazy. Maybe plant the section in sugarcane and throw all the harvesters you can at it. Sugarcane. Yeah. I think I'm, plant field insurance. I think I would go maybe like jump off the Grand Canyon or something first. You know, that sounds like more fun to me. We'll have to see what's up. We'll have to see. Maybe when we're ready to wrap this series up, Evan, maybe we'll see if we can do something crazy on here. Again, I've said this before, Evan, I don't plan on doing anything crazy on this map. Just, we might have to have a couple extra pieces of equipment than what we normally do, just because size of the map, but I don't plan on like running hundreds of combines, Evan. Again, I would like to think, Evan, as far as I know, I probably still hold the record for the most number of combines ever ran on a field. I believe we were at, what, 250 to 260 combines? I'd have to ask my channel historian again, Evan, but my record for the most combines on a field, I think, was like 250 or 260 combines. So if anyone knows of anybody that ran more than that, let me know. But as far as I know, I think I hold the record on that one. Well, that's the last of the long rows here. Also, we're almost full again, aren't we? 82. I bet we have to unload one more time, probably one more time. Another comment here from, okay, his name is just a bunch of random letters here, so I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I don't think there is a pronunciation. Just, like I said, looks to be random letters to me. But he was saying, thank you for the video on how to restore a save game. It worked. And yes, I like to mention this every so often, Evan, because again, it's a feature Giants does not advertise. And most people don't seem to realize that this feature actually exists in the game. But if you ever have something go wrong with your save game, Evan, keep in mind, Giants has an automatic save game backup feature. And I'm not talking just like an automatic save game feature. I'm actually talking an automatic backup feature. So this is in addition to the auto save, Evan. So yes, the game auto saves, but then it automatically backs up those auto saves. And, well, saves in general for that matter. So, really good idea on Giants' part there, because, yeah, let's face it, this game does tend to crash every so often, especially if you're using mods. And what I always say, if you're using mods, it's not a matter of if the game is going to crash, Evan. It's a matter of when the game is going to crash. And it's probably going to be sooner rather than later, right? I know for my part, Evan, I've had several game crashes here. Again, most of them are probably mod-related, just kind of the way it goes, right? With that being said, I will have to say, Farming Simulator 22 seems to be much, much better than previous versions of the game as far as crashes. Crashes, at least for my part of them, seem to be few and far between. So that is definitely nice. With that being said, I definitely still have had some game crashes. And I definitely have had a few times where I've gone back and pulled on those automatic save game backups. Let's go grab the grain cart here. Let's see. We got a grain cart for a reason, right? Oh, of course, it's shut off, isn't it? I might have shut that off. I don't remember, everyone. Don't remember if I shut that off or if the game was nice enough to shut it off for us, right? Okay, we'll just leave that there. We've only got like a little bit left here. Like, we were so close to being done. I mean, not quite. Like, what, another 30 feet there or something, it looks like. Finish emptying out the last little bit here. There we go. And you know what? I'm just going to leave the pipe out of it because also don't take anything out here. We're just going to finish up this last little strip. Then we'll just back up, unload here again, and we will be done with this field. And then we'll probably be done with oat harvest here for now, at least for my part. I'm going to let Courseplay finish up the field over there. And we'll hopefully come back next episode. I'll probably skip some more time here. And we'll get started on the wheat harvest here next. Let's see. Tractor still running yet. By the way, real life Evan, doing what I just did there, bad idea. Don't do this in real life, Evan. This is if you got this habit, it's a very bad habit. It's just like smoking. Just stop it. Don't start that, Evan. That's a really bad idea. Hopping in between there. Take a little bit of extra time. Walk around or behind, whatever you gotta do, Evan. Don't take the shortcut between the tractor and the implement, especially something like this where you have a PTO shaft, Evan. Maybe if you just got a hitch, that's not quite so bad, but avoid the temptation of doing that. If you got an implement that has a PTO on it, just don't walk in between there. Bad idea. There's your public service announcement for the day there, one. Okay, let's finish unloading that. Hopefully there's room in the truck here for this. It's going to be close. Going to be close. That is not the rain cart. Try that again. There we go. Let's see. Verdict is that one. Oh, it's going to come right down to the end. Oh, we got it. Perfect. How much extra room do we have? 94%. Okay, not quite as close as I thought it was. There's a little bit of room up front yet, I suppose, but for those of you who wonder, by the way, yes, I am still using I like to call them the Courseplay friendly trailers here. These are the single hopper bottom trailers. I don't know if they even make something like this in real life or not. I've never taken the time to look. All I've ever seen are usually the 2 or the 3 hopper bottoms, right? I don't know if I've ever seen a single hopper bottom like this one. But Courseplay and Auto Drive definitely appreciate them as opposed to the ones that have 2 or even worse yet, 3. Courseplay seems to do okay with them, but Auto Drive really does not like when you have multiple hoppers inside a single trailer, right? Oh, it's downhill from here, truck. Sell points right there. And yes, again, Evan, we are just straight up selling this. I know we're essentially kind of sort of throwing money away doing this, but like I said, again, not too concerned about that. With the field size we have, everyone, we're still bringing in quite a bit of money here. So that being said, oats, this is probably like literally the worst time to sell. Usually is. If we check oats, price fluctuation. We're a month of July, right? Yeah, I mean, like, well, I guess August. July, August, have been, like, literally the worst times to sell. Like, it doesn't get any worse than right now. 165,000. Actually, we call almost a little bit more, almost $170,000. They're not too shabby. And I just looked over at the time of it. It is time to wrap it up this episode already. Well, I thought we had a little bit more time left yet, but I guess not. You know what they say when you're having fun, right? Anyway, again, thanks for watching. You folks have any comments and/or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching. Until next time.